Yeah, Skull Gang 365, let's get it. D-Roy spitting facts, you know what it is. Moneyapolis in the house, Colin got the wisdom. We bringing you that real, ain't no skepticism. D-Roy on the mic, ready to attack, spitting straight fire. Ain't no looking back in the city of lakes, where the legends play. Moneyapolis vibes, yeah, we seize the day. Predictions on point, got a vision so clear. Every game, every season, you know we persevere. From the draft picks to the trade, here to echo loud. Skull Gang 365, we making our crowd proud. Fuck the Bears, fuck the Lions, fuck the Packers too. Skull Gang is here, yeah, we keep it true. Get all your Viking news, rumors dropping first. We the anthem of the North, feel a Skull Gang thirst.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
How's it going? Welcome to your Valhalla Hour Special 365 podcast. Looks like you got us again.
Hey, I guess this is Valhalla Hour, our additional half hour.
Yeah, Valhalla Hour After Hours. X-rated content.
After dark.
You don't want to see what we do on Saturday nights. So,
Well-
yeah, sorry for the late start. There were some difficulties, but we're here. Maybe we'll get a couple more people on here in a little bit. We'll see, but we're what you got tonight.
I just not that long ago got back from a birthday party for a wonderful friend of mine who is a VWO member, and she's a PIUFA member. Her name is Sarah Lady Tank Oberman. She's turning 30 again. Don't tell her I said that; she'll kill me.
Congratulations.
But when I was talking to some other friends, there is a lot of hype around this roster this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, between this morning and last week when we were discussing it, just kind of breaking down the strengths and weaknesses of each position group. And I mean, really outside of corner and safety, there's not really a weak position group on this roster. It's pretty incredible.
Now, I think the Wall of America is going to stand strong.
Yeah. Yeah, my main concern for the O-line is Ryan Kelly, just because he hasn't played a full season in a couple of years. He's up there in age. We do have a good strength and conditioning coach, so I mean, there's some hope, but we have some decent backups, hopefully, in like again Jurgens and maybe just Jurgens, I guess. So not a ton of depth, but
Yeah, I was looking at Will Freeze. He has an opt-out after next year. I do think because his salary for next year is 12.6 million. That's going to be cut
yeah,
because afterwards it goes up to $16.8 million a year.
yeah, I did see that right after we signed him. That the total contract's about like 5 years. God, I can't remember what the final.
587.
Yeah, but it's really like a 2-year, $44 million contract with how it breaks down.
Yeah, and then a 34 million guaranteed.
Yeah,
In retrospect, I think the Kirk Cousins deal had a long-term forward hit.
yeah,
We're not going to do that again
right.
unless someone like Patrick Mahomes wants to come here after he's disgusted with KC. Then yes, I could see that, but not going to happen again.
Well, not even that. Like, if McCarthy is who we want him to be, why not just have him for a decade? Mahomes will be well out of the league by then. Like, why can't we have our own franchise guy to win us 3 Super Bowls over the course of 6 years?
I mean, but what would have happened had we had gotten Mahomes?
That would have been nice. But I mean, that's kind of, you never know what players are going to be on different teams.
Right.
So Timberwolves had 2 chances to draft Steph Curry, but no, let's take Rubio and then some random that fills it out of the league after a year or two.
Rubio's not with us anymore.
Well, no, is he even still in the league anymore? I think he went back to Spain. He's got to be
Ricky
pushing.
Rubio. Yeah, it says he's back in Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he was taking a mental health break from um, in August 23, and then in 24 he retired from the NBA.
yeah. So yeah,
Yes,
the Vikings. It honestly all stems from the Herschel Walker trade. That is why we haven't made a Super Bowl since the '70s because we gave
yeah,
up elite levels of talent for Herschel Walker. And I mean, that legitimately set us back decades. It just did. You're welcome, Dallas.
I think that's why I still hate Dallas.
I hate
That
Dallas because they keep trying to make Dak Prescott look like a good quarterback.
that and an ex like Dallas.
Yeah, ugh, can't have that. I dated a girl in Arizona who had never left Arizona. She was born and raised big Viking fan. It was awesome,
Interesting.
right?
Um, I went with a friend of mine um, to a game, uh, Thursday night game, the first game that the first Thursday night game that the Rams were back in Los Angeles at the Coliseum, and I want to give his mom a big plug. Um, his mom and dad are big diehard Rams fans. He's a Vikings fan because he likes purple and gold, and he's also a Lakers fan. His mom is actually up for election into PFUFA this year. And
Nice.
when I went to tailgate with the Die Hard Rams Booster Club, shout out to them. Never been um, they've never been mean or rude anything to me. They're really some of the best people I've met. So if you ever want to go to a Rams game and tailgate, you got to find those people. They are just incredible. Um, and I gave a little testimonial about his mom, and I do hope she makes it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rams are kind of one of those teams that they just never die. You hear Matt Stafford, you're like, well, God, that guy's been in the league for 15 years now. Like, eventually he's got to slow down. They just are still like people are putting him in the top four in the NFC, saying like Stafford's arm looks as good as ever. They just won't go away, man. They're pesky.
He
What's
just
going on,
needed to
Robbie?
change the scenery. That's all he needed.
What's that?
He just needed the change of scenery.
Well, yeah, for him for sure, but like the team in general, it seemed like after they won the Super Bowl, they sacrificed their soul and gave up all these first round picks to build a super team for a ring, and they did. And we all just kind of expected them to fall apart and go away after that. And here they are, still just plugging away and being a solid playoff team.
McVay is a really great
Yeah,
coach.
yeah, that is fair.
Les Snead, their GM, he's brilliant.
He what?
And Les Snead, their GM,
Yeah.
he's a brilliant mind.
Oh yeah.
I do think some of the best GMs are in the NFC.
Yeah, for sure.
You've got Quasey, you got Les Snead, the Lions GM, Howie Roseman, the Eagles GM.
Yep.
Some of the top four GMs are right here in the NFC.
Agreed. I mean, yeah, the AFC has really top loaded teams, obviously Kansas City, Baltimore, Buffalo. But the NFC in general, yeah, is just a much deeper conference.
And honestly, I don't see that going away anytime soon.
Yeah, same.
We just know how to do it right.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Sullivan. You're going to make us wait?
He's teasing us.
Here we go.
There we go. How's it going?
It's going.
Happy
What's going on?
Saturday.
What are you guys talking about?
The Rams, is oddly enough, just kind of how they won't go away. Everyone thought that they were going to fall apart after selling their soul for a ring, and they just keep plugging away to be a thorn in the NFC side.
Everyone's doubting the Vikings.
Good. That's when we
I,
do our best.
and you know what? I remind people of what happened last year. Everyone doubted the Vikings with Sam Darnold.
Right? You're going to win 6 games.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some bets going, and nobody wants to bet. So
Yeah. I had a Lions fan. I bet I bet a Bears fan last offseason. $50 the Vikings would finish higher in the division. And of course they ghosted me the second we hit that mark. Shocking.
I mean, we had the what were the Eagles? The Eagles were four. Did they go 14-3 or were they 13-4?
I think they went 14-3. I think they were the 2 seed.
We had the second best record in football.
Or tied for, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just played. We played in the playoff on the road, and in
Well,
my
that's the thing,
mind,
is like,
we were a better team than the Rams, but we just didn't play better. Plain
right.
simple.
Well, like the Rams were the toughest opponent for Philly too. Like the Rams were a good playoff team last year. They had Philly on the ropes.
Yeah. Then I got Darcy McVille in the back of the room threatening me. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
like those guys will talk shit because we lost to the Rams on the road. I have to remind them you guys lost at home by I think what was it plus 20 points. They got beat by 20 points, I think it was, or somewhere in that
Yeah.
ballpark. But on the road against a rookie quarterback. They got no room to be talking shit whatsoever. No room to be talking any shit whatsoever. So,
Well, no team in the division has the right to talk shit. We all went one and done.
yep.
At least we have the Sam Darnold excuse.
And Darius Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree.
I just pulled up the projection from the NFL. This is from NFL.com. And they're projecting both the Rams and the Niners to be NFC West champions.
The Niners still?
No.
And am I missing something here?
I think the Rams
I
will win
mean-
the division. The Rams will win the division.
Yeah, no disrespect to Kittle and Fred Warner, but I don't see it. I don't see them
Refresh
being
my
a
memory.
10-plus seed.
Who's Cooper Cup playing for right now? Refresh my
Seattle.
memory.
Seattle.
Who?
Seattle.
Seattle? That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did he go to Seattle?
He's from Washington.
Oh, got it. The same reason Field went to Carolina for a chance at a ring.
Yeah, I guess.
That's working out great.
The NFL is projecting the Bears to be a wild card team.
They should be. They have more than enough talent to be a double-digit win team. They've just lacked coaching. We'll see if Ben Johnson was held up by Dan Campbell or vice versa. But again, the Ben Johnson coming out and saying we're not ready for prime time isn't necessarily a glowing endorsement of them being a playoff caliber team this year. I've said it before. I don't think Caleb Williams will be able to handle Ben Johnson's sophisticated offense. I don't think he'll have it.
Hey, do any of you guys know how to bet and how to do like a Vegas bet from Minnesota, or is that not possible?
It's not possible.
Huh?
There's technically a nationwide site that John Kriesel talks about called Bet Online. I've never used it, but I mean, technically, yeah, sports betting is illegal in the state of Minnesota. But you could go to, I don't know where you live in Minnesota, but Turtle Lake in St. Croix, Wisconsin has a sports book.
I might have to go. I might have to go there. I might have to go there on a weekend. Just drive out there for like a day.
Same. I want to hammer the over on the Vikings over under at 8.5, but it's favored at -150. So I'm like, that's not a very good return for me to throw.
St. Croix Casino. Okay, jeez.
I do want to see what they're going to give the Vikings.
I want to put $100 on the Vikings winning the Super Bowl. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but
Well, I mean, even if they get close enough, they'll usually buy out tickets. That way they don't have to pay it all out. So if we end up making the playoffs and make it out of the first round, you could probably still make a decent profit even if they don't make it to the Super Bowl.
Right, right.
Yeah, Robbie, I don't think CMC is going to stay healthy. That's the thing. And they lost their stud backup in Mason to the Vikings. So I just don't know where their run game's going to come
And
from. They
Debo
lost
Samuels is
Debo.
Debo's, yeah, he's gone too. So
Okay, so I have the odds from an online betting site. I'm not going to name the name. Playoff under minus 115. So they're projecting that we're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Division
favorite
odds,
is on us winning over 9.
yeah. Division odds is plus 400.
I,
Conference odds is 1,500.
I
And
mean,
Super Bowl,
if our offensive line stays healthy and you know McCarthy doesn't get hurt, I would really like to see the. I think we have a good chance. I think the odds are really good.
Yeah. And that's not even us being homers. Like, if you watch, like, Good Morning Football or the Kay Adams show, there's a lot of national pundits that are saying, like, if you just take away the quarterback position, this is an absolute Super Bowl roster. It all hinges on the quarterback play. We obviously have elite receivers. We have above average running backs. We had a top 10 defense last year that we improved on. We had a top 10 O line last year that we improved on. At least according to PFF, they had us as a top 10 O line. It obviously didn't look like it towards the end of the season, but like, we
Right.
were a 14 win team, whether you want to say fluke or not. We were a 14 win team that didn't regress, it improved. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be in that conversation if McCarthy ends up being as good as we hope.
Right. Right.
yeah. And MGM has us at plus 2,500 to win it all.
So, like I
That's
said, I like to go somewhere and put $100 on it.
Yeah, that plus 2,500. Yeah, why not, man?
I just wish it was
Crazy if
legal
it's
here.
happening. Yeah, maybe in like 5 years. We'll see. We're always like towards the last in the country, and
Right before I left Arizona, I was able to do a lot of sports betting.
I've done one sports bet in my life, and it was when I went to Vegas 2 years ago, and I was at the Paris Hotel. There was a random Pittsburgh Pirate game coming on, so I picked some random guy to hit a home run, win the extra innings, hadn't even had a hit yet, and in the bottom of the 10th, he hit a home run. I made $100. I was pumped. Oh, we lost him.
I put some money, like I spent when my wife and I were on a mini honeymoon. We spent an entire day at the sports book just watching races, stuff like that. It was
Heck yeah.
fun.
It is a ton of fun, man. Like, sport, that's people that don't watch sports wonder why people that do get so into it. And like, you go to a game, you feel the energy. You go to a sports book, you feel the energy, and that's what sports is. Like, whether it's good or bad, it's community. It's a lot of fun. It's electric. I love it.
Uh, the last time we went to Vegas with everything, tax, gratuity, souvenir, we only lost $1.
Yeah,
I take that as a win.
hell yeah. Last time I went to Vegas, I spent, including the hotel, about $2,000 over the course of 3 days. It is not a
We
cheap city.
Our flights um, total was about $190 for the two of us with our bags included.
Okay.
The airline's no longer around though,
Yeah. Which one was
because
that?
it was called CalJet by Elite Airways. It flew out of Carlsbad.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, it feels like a private plane to Las Vegas. Okay,
That'd
within
be
30
sweet.
minutes of yeah, within 30 minutes of checking in, I hit a bonus round and I hit like a $300 bonus round. I'm like, oh, shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't do too much gambling, but I do want to hammer the Viking over under every year because it's always just like almost disrespectfully low. As we talked about, we won 14 games last year, and they're going to knock our over under down to 8.5. Well, granted, the quarterback is a question mark, but my God, it's It's a 9-win roster, even with mediocre quarterback play.
Yeah. And they're favoring the Bears in our first game.
That makes sense. And again, it's just, well, no, it doesn't make sense because you could say that we have an unknown, but they have an unknown on coaching staff. So that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Boo, hiss.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's almost plus it's almost getting close to time to wrap up the whatchamacallit, the show.
Talk about 5-ish minutes, 5, 6 minutes. We can talk about training camp dates. And I've been meaning to ask this. Is there a reason why the family practice is always on a weeknight and not on a Saturday or a Friday?
I don't know.
That's so frustrating because I always want to go, but they don't even start the night game until like 8 o'clock at night. And it goes for about 2 hours. I got 2 kids. Granted, it's not a school night because it's the summer, but damn, put it
Yeah.
on a Saturday. But I might take him this year. I'm unemployed. I ain't got shit to do the next day. So I want to go see JJ McCarthy under the lights. Last year was disappointed because was McCarthy, did he play during the night practice or was he sitting for some reason? I remember it was either Darnold or McCarthy that didn't throw it all and everyone was super disappointed. I think he was like had the flu or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up the training camp. Vikings training camp 2025. At least it's not in Mankato.
I miss the Mankato days though, man. I'd wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, drive down there, get there about 7 o'clock, wait in line for some autographs. Just to get Matt Castle.
Um, yeah, on August 4th is 5 to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And they do have a day off on August 12th. And August 13th and 14th is the joint practices.
And who did you say we had as joint practices here?
New England.
That's right. Some Drake May action.
I have Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, that's right. The return.
The re-return.
The re-return. Oh yeah, I suppose Houston. They're
For the day I'm supposed to be going with Chamber of Commerce is wide receiver autographs. And that's 17 and under. Damn it. Wish I could bring my daughter, but I can't.
well, so I'm like, I got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. Guess who's getting 2 autographs?
Yeah. So I'm going to be in the Omni Hospitality tent.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to get the good stuff.
Yeah, the TCO Performance Center is a gorgeous training facility. I mean, just having that kind of little Viking museum, that pro shop is awesome. If you buy a blank jersey, they'll press your name and number at no extra charge in house.
Actually, I do want to plug something. I'll put this for next week in the hour. I am participating in a fundraiser campaign. I am going to raise $2,500, or that's my goal. All of it's going to go towards breast cancer and raising money for it. It is called Men Wear Pink. It is by the American Cancer Society. Me and some of my other Chamber of Commerce members have decided to take this on. And if I do hit the mark, there is an opportunity for me to kick field goals at the TCO Performance Center.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and if I do hit my mark or go over, I will dye my hair pink for one game in November. I will do it.
You know what? If you hit the goal, I'll dye my hair pink for a day in November. The mats will go pink.
I'll get the spray chalk stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I got a bunch from last Halloween in my closet.
And
But
it's gonna be fun.
oh,
So I'll post all that information.
Organized crime. There we go.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Got booted off.
God damn it, what'd you do now?
What was that?
What did you
So
do
what
now?
did you do now?
I don't know.
What did you do, Richard? Yeah, sorry for the condensed show again. It just ended up kind of being the Valhalla Hour After Dark. We're going to be going off here in a few minutes. Hopefully next week you'll be back to your regularly scheduled programming. And for the love of God, can something happen in the NFL so we have something to talk about?
Detroit Lions fans are threatening to beat me up. One
For
particular
what?
named Darcy Maville. I don't know. I think that he compared his pinky to his penis, and he realized that that his pinky was bigger than his penis, and now he wants to fight me. I don't know what it is, but
Watch out, you'll bite your kneecaps.
and no, he's gonna try to give me egg salad sandwich. That's what I need to worry about. That's what I need to worry about. Did Chesterton leave? Yes, he did.
It looks like he dropped. I don't know. We'll see if he comes back up. We're going to be signing off here in about 2 minutes anyway. So
I was kind of surprised. I thought that Darren would be running the show today, but guess not.
yeah, we were trying to reach out to him. It just couldn't seem to get through to him. So I figured I'd at least start it up and see who we can get on and at least talk some Viking football tonight.
Yeah, you know what?
Even though-
You know what? I can't wait for the season to start. I really can't. I'm glad that we're going to get our first week's going to be a division game. Can't wait to get that out of the way.
Right.
Play the Bears. I think we play them in Chicago, so I'm yeah, that's good.
Yep.
I'd rather us play them in September in Chicago than December.
100%. And week one's always kind of a fluke too. So like, obviously we all want to win, but if we lose, I'm not going to hang too much up on it. So, but it's a pretty. I mean, Cincinnati's always not an easy team because Joe Burrow and Chase and all that, but their defense is pretty exposed. I feel like between Chicago, Atlanta, Cincinnati, it's a pretty soft, quote unquote, soft start for McCarthy. So we'll see, at least defensively.
Right. I remember last time we played Cincinnati, Jamar Chase torched us that game.
And that was with their backup too. Burrow didn't even play.
No, he played. No. You're right. You're right. Actually, we played them in what was it, 2022 or was it 23? Was it?
So didn't we just play them last year?
Or was that last? No, we didn't play them last year. We played them in 23. That's the year when Chris Cousins got hurt. No, that's correct.
Right. Yeah.
No, you're right. I keep thinking we played them in 2021, and that's when Bashar Breeland got burned by Jamar Chase. And then, yeah, what happened to Bashar Breeland? That was pretty much the end of him. So,
Right. He was just running his mouth on Twitter the whole time.
but I think this is going to be great because Justin Jefferson is going to get him and I'm hoping J.J. McCarthy is going to develop into a good quarterback because then it'd be great to have Justin Jefferson get kind of like his old quarterback at LSU, fucking Joe Burrow type quarterback going to him again.
Right.
So he'll have that feeling, back at him. And then Addison, Naylor. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, everyone seems to love him, so I'm pretty hyped.
So,
but that's going to be the end of the show, though. Sorry, guys. You guys have a great week. Again, like I said, hopefully there'll be a little bit more to talk about next week. And have a good rest of your week. Skol.
Skol out.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle Podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.